All right, I have these pieces of wood. It was a longer piece and I cut it up. I measured it. It was 36 inches and I needed to cut 4 rectangular pieces out of it to make this inside out ornament. Now this one's going to be different than others. It's going to have a heart-shaped window. That's right, a heart. For Valentine's Day, what do you think about that? Yeah, I'm making it a little early, but it's going to be a heart, okay? And so I watched a video where this guy wood turned a heart inside out ornament, and it looks like he used a template and drew a heart on a piece of paper probably, and then drew it on the wood so he'd know where to begin. So what I need to do is I'm going to draw a heart on this piece of paper and see, and then I'll draw it on here. I'm going to make sure that I do it correctly. But anyway, I just want to welcome all of you that have been coming to my channel, and all you new visitors. Thank you for coming by, and I welcome you. Thank you. And thank you for all my regulars. Thank you for coming regularly to my channel. And I just, you know, I so look forward to you coming by, leaving a comment, and let me know what you think about what I'm sharing, my art I'm sharing with you. And I just thank you. You bless my heart so much. I'm so truly enriched by you coming to my channel. And I thank you. I'm so glad to be able to see you this new year. It's New Year's has already passed, New Year's Day, but I still say Happy New Year. All right, this is my first project. Well, actually, I take that back. This is my second project, because the first one I'm fixing to put on out as I'm doing this. And it's taken me a little time to get it done. So by the time I get going with this, it will have probably been out. So anyway, this will be my second project of the new year. Isn't that awesome? So anyway, we're going to get started with this, and I hope y'all can join me. And we'll see you then. All right. Okay, I drew a partial part of the heart on here. I think I got it on the right side, correct side. I may have it wrong. Regardless, I got to make a tenon, and I got to put it on chuck, so it kind of is irrelevant right now until I get it on the chuck. Once I get it on chuck, then I'll be able to make sure I got the picture right. And if it's wrong, I'll correct it. Okay, so I'm going to rough it out. I'm going to make a tenon. Now I got to rough it out first some before I can... Yeah, I'm going to make a tenon first. Let's just make a tenon. Then we'll go from there. Okay, I added a nice chunk of fat wood in there. Now the fat wood is not really great for wood turning because it's pretty punky, but there's some fat wood in it still. So I decided I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm not even going to try to process that thing. I'll be way down in the center somewhere. So, you know, I also will take home chunks of fat wood. It's not so great to burn in the fire pit. Isn't that awesome? Beautiful fire going. And it's so nice and warm. It's a beautiful night in this new year, 2024. Okay, we're going to turn the heart around this way because this is not the way I want to start off with. I want the top of it to be over here so I can work with it better. I can't go this way as easily as I can go this way. At least that's my personal preference. Okay, I went ahead and just drew it on there. I'm going to start. Let's see. How do I want to start? Okay, let's see, I need to cut that area off too. I gotta sand this by hand. I can't have it turning with these sharp edges and try to sand it. I'll hurt myself. So I gotta sand it by hand as best I can. These frayed edges I'm trying to remove with this utility knife. And we'll go from there. So I'm gonna smooth out these edges some, best I can, and the center best I can with my hand sand. I mean, I don't necessarily care for that sandpaper, even though I did buy it. I like this kind of 120. I just like the common 120 that I'm using. Okay, I have the inside out heart ornament glued together. All four of the hearts. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And like I had to leave a text. I had to text in the video that I spent more time. I had to open it up and hear more. I had to go much deeper down in here and slope it down way deeper. So I had to slope it way down, and I apologize that I didn't film that. I forgot to put my video camera on. And about 3/4 of the way through, I thought of the video camera. I'm like, well, I'm almost done doing this, so it's too late. So I apologize about that. So anyway, I had to open it up much deeper in there, and I took my carbide tip and got up in there deeper, is what I did. And I opened it up real good, and so it will form the heart. So anyway, I got the 4 pieces glued together. I glued the 2 pieces together. I glued these 2 pieces together, and then these 2 pieces together. And then they are dry. Then I glued these 2 pieces together to each other. So anyway, I have to let it dry for about 24 hours. So it's fully cured. So I'll open it up and stick an LED in there too. Okay? We'll stick an LED light in there. I'll open it up, probably at the bottom. And I might open up at the top. I had to do a lot of sanding, okay? Since I couldn't sand it on the lathe with these sharp edges that I had sticking out, I would have hurt myself. I mean, if I was extremely careful, I'd probably be okay. But, I mean, you just got to be very careful with stuff like that. So I decided to be on the safe side and just sand it by hand. So I sanded best I could by hand. Now I used 120, and I did not sand it down any further. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty nice and decent. It took a little while, though, to work in some areas. Some areas were a bit stubborn. And there's still a couple of areas right here that's not right. But I'm going to leave it alone. So, anyway, we'll get back to this project as soon as it's dry. And then we'll finish it up. And it's going to be awesome. Don't you love those hearts? Just in time for Valentine's Day coming up. Isn't that great? I love that. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, and we'll be back. All right, I have the piece mounted on here. I have to make a tenon. And so I have to make a tenon on this end because this end over here is the end I have to open it up to put a light in it if I want to. And that's what I want to do. So it has to be facing this way. This end needs to be facing the tailstock. This end will face the headstock. So I need to make a tenon. And then we'll go from there. I'll mount it on the chuck, and then we'll get going with turning it on the outside and shaping it up. And hopefully we will be able to finish this and make it look beautiful. All right, because I love those hearts in there, don't you? Love. Love. Woohoo! Who doesn't love love? Of course. Okay, I have my video camera on pictures. So I'm talking away. I hit the button earlier, and all I did, though, was just basically make a tenon, okay? So you didn't really miss out on anything. No, you didn't miss out on anything. I just want to make sure it fits, and it does. And we'll bring the tailstock up. That's good. And then we'll tighten it down, and then we'll get going with shaping the outside. Okay, what I'm going to do is kind of have a round area in here so I can put the stabilizer on. I want to make, well, I probably don't need stabilizer for this. It's pretty light. It's not like the fat wood. So I probably can, I'm just going to smooth off the edges some, and then I'll go ahead and put a hole in it. All right, we'll go from there. Okay, we're getting back to this project. It's a little cool outside, and so I've waited. You know, we had a storm come through, a really bad storm, and it produced some tornadoes, and it hailed here. It woke me up early in the morning, but my whole yard was covered. I mean, everybody's yard was covered in this neighborhood. It was just pounding on my roof. I'm like, oh my God, it woke me up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what in the world is hailing outside? So I went outside, it was just hailing. And on my truck and all, and I thought, oh my gosh, what if it busts a window or something? But fortunately it didn't. It might have dented it, but I don't know. I don't see any dents. It's kind of under the pine trees, so it probably protected it some. I don't see any dents in it. That's good. It's good news, because some of that hail was kind of big. Oh, golf ball size hail. It was a little bigger than a golf ball, actually. But anyway, so the cold, what I'm getting at is the cold front came through and clashed with the warm weather. And so all the cold air finally came in and it cooled off. And so it's kind of hard to get out here when it's cold. So it's cool out here. It's not too bad. It's in the mid-40s right now. That's not bad at all. I'm sure you northerners would say, that's pretty warm to me. And that's okay. You know, we can't take the cold weather up there, but y'all can't take the heat down here. How about that? And you say it gets hot up there, and I'm sure it does, but it doesn't get sticky hot like it does down here. Because we have the humidity, and we're close to the Gulf of Mexico, so it gets so sticky hot here. It is so miserable. So anyway, enough of that. We're gonna get back to this. I want to shape the outside. Hopefully everything will hold together very well. We can get this shaped up and get it finished. How about that? And I'll be back to finish it. Okay, from what I can see, it's getting pretty thin right in here. So I got to be very careful. I'm not going to be able to shape it like I wanted to shape it. It's going to have to just have a different regular shape of some sort. I'm not sure. But I need to go from over here and shape it down some. And I don't know what to do with the top. I do not know, because I can only remove so much wood and it'll go through. So I got to be very careful. So let's see, right in about this area. All right, let me look at it. And yeah, I'll have to resand these areas. It's fine. I got a little bit more I can remove, but I really have to be careful, because that's pretty thin. pretty thin. Can you see it? Pretty thin area. See, I gotta be very careful. Anyway, I'm thinking on using this texturing tool here. I hadn't used it in a while. I hadn't even used it that much, really. The Harbor Freight doesn't get that low with the speed. It really needs to be turning around 500, and the Harbor Freight doesn't get that low. And this is a different kind of wood. I don't know what kind of wood this is. It's not pine. It's something else. I got it Lowe's. But anyway, so we're going to try it out and see what we can do, huh? So I have it on the lowest belt pulley. This tall, the biggest one and the smallest one down here at the bottom. Probably can't see it down there. This is the lowest belt pulley, and I have it on 6 on here. It says it's like 6 is 510 RPM. So we're right at what speed I need to be to do this. And let's see what we can do here. See what we got. All right, that's going to look good. And I'm going to put a line. Can you see it? I'm going to put a line on each end to define it. Make it real nice. Put a nice little line on there. Let's use this right here. Make sure I get it in the right spot here. Let's get it here. Clean that up and see if that helps. Very nice. Now, it's not perfect. I like it. It's very nice. just a tad more. That's much better. Okay, that's good. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we got it. Let me just clean up that edge just a tad more again, since I did that. That's very pretty. I like that. I'm glad I put that on there. All right, how cool is that? Okay, now I need to sand it up some. And I need to be able to sand this area. So I'm going to get to that. On this sandpaper here. So I'm going to sand this by hand in these areas of the heart. And so anyway, I'll be back with you. I don't want to bore you with all this sanding for several minutes, okay? And then I'll be back, okay? Okay, I need to smooth this down just a little here still with a skew. And over here, there's a flat spot right there. So I really need to take that off. So I need to bring that down just a little until I get past that. That doesn't need to be there. So I got to be very careful in this area. So I need to turn it up also with the speed. So I'll be back. So we got past that flat spot. Got that smoothed out pretty much. Just a slight lump right here. Make sure you're on the video here. Okay, there's a slight lump right in here. Ever so slight. See, that's smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay, there's the flat spot, slightly right there. This is kind of like on pins and needles a little bit, because you know it's pretty thin here, and you got to be very gentle. At least for me, I try to do it very gently and very, very softly, never harshly. When you're going across a very thin area, I tell you. Let's see if we got that spot finally. It's right there. Still a tiny bit left, I'm afraid. Okay, so I'm sanding it now, and I thought I had my video camera on. Once again, I didn't. I just cleaned up the edges of the hearts, and now I'm sanding it. And what I do, because I don't like really sanding open windowed areas, because I'm afraid somehow or another my fingers might get caught up in there. So what I do is I have my fingers back here on the sandpaper, and I hold the sandpaper out and let it sand it. Okay, and another thing I need to do is go get an LED light and make sure that it does fit in there. Okay, I used a 1 1/8 bit, and usually it does, but there's no 100% guarantee, so I really need to do that. So I'll be back. Fits properly. Okay, that's on in there. Now I have to make an adapter bottom to fit up in there, and I'll do that later. Okay, I forgot about it, but I just remembered I could probably put the spigot jaws in here so I can turn it around and then I can finish this in properly. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is absolutely stunning. I love that, and I love that texturing on there. Wow, woohoo! Aren't you excited? I know I am. Woohoo! I can do cartwheels in the yard. Alright, I got it on there best I could. It's slightly wobbling, so it's not quite 100% true. But I'm just going to do the end here at the bottom, hopefully, and be done with it. All right, I'm back. I got it finished. It turned out really, really good. It turned out beautiful. It's not perfect, you know, by any means, but, and I love that I put the pattern on there. I was going to put some at the top, and I backed out, and I thought, no, I'll just put it right there. Anyway, I said it one time before in the video, but I don't know what kind of wood this is. It's not oak. It's not pine. It's not fat wood. I don't know what it is. I just saw the blanks, the rectangular long yard long sticks, and I got them. You know, I got one and I cut it up in sections, and I thought, well, these are thicker than what I've gotten before when I did my first ornament and the second ornament, and I thought, wow, it's going to make it wider here, which I do love, and it did. So I made a adapter. I just took some common piece of wood, some cheap wood that I had, some pine that I got from Lowe's that I was going to turn into an ornament also, but it turned out to be cheap piece of wood. It was $1 something per stick, and I thought, oh, I'll get it and turn it, but no, it didn't work out. So anyway, and I glued the LED light on the end so I can stick it in, so I can make it flush at the bottom, so it will sit down flat. And anyway, it turned out absolutely gorgeous. And anyway, I waited till today because I had have a bit of bad news that happened in my life, in my son's life. We're okay, but one of my cats, Mittens, and I called him Smitty Bitty for a nickname. You know, cats have all kind of nicknames, but I waited till today to do it because I wanted to maintain my poise here. Okay, I don't want to sit here crying on the video. But he was dragging one of his legs. I thought he wanted in the room, in my son's room. He was in the hallway kind of crying funny, and he has done that way before, okay? And so I didn't think anything of it, but when I saw him dragging his foot this time, going in his room, I thought something's wrong. So my son and I went to the vet with him yesterday, and we didn't have an appointment, so we had to wait for like 2-3 hours, and that's fine. And I thought, well, it's a simple fix, so put a cast on his foot. Maybe it got broken, because we had some bad weather here, and it produced hail and tornadoes. And I thought, well, maybe he got hit by a piece of hail, and I didn't know it until today, you know, because he was walking fine, you know, the day before. But come to find out, the veterinarian saw him, and he said his paw pads are cold on the back, and he's developed a blood clot. So there's nothing they could do for him. It is not like human beings where they can, you know, maybe dissolve it or something. And so we had to put him asleep. And we took him home, and we buried him in my backyard. And, excuse me. So he was a beautiful cat. He was a Siamese. And I got him out of an animal shelter in Panama City, Florida. So he loved my son the most. You know, cats will pick and choose a human being that they love the most. And he chose my son. And my son took it pretty hard. I took it hard, but my son really, I mean, he really took it hard. So anyway, we had like a little little saying type funeral for him in my backyard and buried him in my backyard. And I'm sorry to go away from this a little bit, but anyway, making this ornament to me represents, it has the hearts in it and represents our love for our cat Mittens. And I just wanted to share that with you. You know, things happen. Things happen. You never know. Somebody, you know, can be here 1 minute and then they're gone just like that. Or our pets, our beloved pets. They're like children. They're like little children. And they, you know, they spend years with you and then all of a sudden they're gone. So anyway, I won't keep on about it. I'm sorry about the bad news part. So anyway, I'm glad I made this. I made it at the time he was still alive, and then I'm doing this video when he's gone. So to me, this is a sign. This right here is our love, representing our love for our cat Mittens forever, forever and ever. And I thank you for listening and understanding. Anyway, I'll get back to it. We're going to light it up. We're going to light it up. Let the light shine. Let the light shine forever. Mittens shines forever. All our animals do. Okay? Isn't that beautiful? Mittens, we love you. And we'll miss you. This is a sign of our love for you. Isn't that gorgeous? So, let's see if we can do a fade one. We'll do a fade. Isn't that beautiful? And the hearts is on the other side and all. Just absolutely gorgeous. Those hearts turned out perfect. They turned out very well. Now the ceiling inside, I was thinking on grinding that all down. I just thought, no, I don't want to do all that work. I'll just leave it alone. So I just left it alone. You know, that looks kind of like an owl's face in a way. Who knows? I might turn an owl next, huh? In fact, I heard an owl just last night. My son and I had made a fire after everything was said and done, and we were both outside at the fire pit and talking and just sharing, you know, our thoughts and just things and just talking. And it was beautiful because a lot of times we're in our separate rooms doing our separate things, you know, with the technology and everything. But anyway, there it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's put it on red. Let's put it on pink. Pink's beautiful for that. Isn't that gorgeous? So, yeah. There it is. And I can push that light down in there a little bit if I want to. And even though it's not quite flush, it'll still sit down. Well, don't make me out to be a liar now. Whoops. I pushed it out. Because I only have one hand. So we can do it like this. But still, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there it is. I think it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, at first I didn't think I could do a heart. And I thought, I'm gonna watch a video. And I found some videos of people turning it. And so I saw what they did, and I did it. Now, like I've said before in the video, I had to open it up much deeper in here. I had to go way up in there and loop it. So, and I had to come out some there too. But anyway, and I'm sorry I didn't film it because I forgot to put my video camera back on. But anyway, it's done, and it's beautiful. So I thank you so much for just coming and visiting my channel. And all of you, all my regulars, thank you. I so enjoy talking to you and just sharing with you, and you sharing with me a little bit. I thank you. It means so much to me. And then you share your videos with other people. That just never ceases to amaze me. That is just such a huge compliment, and I thank you. That really touches my heart. Thank you very much. And I just want to say, I am so grateful to you for blessing my heart and for enriching my life. Okay. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And don't forget to tell people you love them, because you never know. And tell your animals, your pets, excuse me. Tell your pets you love them. Give them hugs and kisses. And especially people in your life, okay? Don't forget to tell people you love them, because I love you. And I thank you for being in my life. Okay. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And we'll see you later. We'll see you next time. And smile. All right. Bye-bye.